Welcome, everybody, to Watson Memorial Stadium, where we have 2024 Girls Soccer State Championship action in round one going on here as we get into it with the 12th seed, who is Oregon Mountain, the Lady Knights. And that'll be versus your Lady Eagles, number 5, 5th seed. Just barely missing the top 4. That would have been the bye week for them, but didn't make it because of their strength of schedule or lack thereof. Blame that on the district is what I do, but just getting ready. We still have plenty of time before kickoff. In fact, it's me happening around 6 o'clock. So this is just to make sure that we've got our levels up and good. Be back in just a moment for a pregame. Once again, this is going to be the Girls 2024 Soccer State Championship first round. It'll be Oregon Mountain Lady Knights versus your Hobbs Lady Eagles. Be back in just a moment or two with action and, of course, the pregame. Welcome everybody to Hobbs Lady Eagles soccer action, as you can tell on the title of the video. And yes, indeed, this is the first round of the 2024 season for state championships. Got your number 12 here, the Oregon Mountain Lady Knights versus your Lady Eagles. And this is going to be a good rivalry. They had a game earlier this season. My name's Ron Gunter, by the way, just in case you didn't know that. Bring you all the action as best as I can. I'm also going to be doing the camera, so that should be interesting. But yeah, the Lady Eagles and the Knights have had a extensive history together. In the last 14 games, which goes back to 2011, it is 13-1 the record, and only one time have the Knights, Lady Knights, been able to beat the Lady Eagles, and that was back in 2022, and that was here and at Watson Stadium. Final score was 2-1, but that was 3 games ago. So Hobbs with a 2-game winning streak against this team, but overall 13-1 for the record, at least since, like I said, 2011. So it should be a good game. A lot of players we'll be talking about, of course, as the game gets underway, but still plenty of time to talk about the head-to-head matchup. In fact, these two teams did. Well, actually, Hobbs did really well again in the district. They have a weak district, but still, 6-0 was their district record. 5-5 was the Lady Knights record in district, and their overall record was 12-8. They lost their last game, and that was to Mayfield. The final score was 4-0. So that was just last week. They were able to get into the playoffs once again at number 12. The seedings went up to 16, so they were able to get in about mid-range in the lower half. Winner of this game is actually going to be taking on Volcano Vista, who has the bye week. And if Hobbs does advance, it'll be the first time in a couple of years that they've won a playoff game. And also, Hobbs lost to Volcano Vista in the first round last year, so it'll be kind of a revenge game if they do get back to playing the number 4 seed Volcano Vista. Of course, that's even when they do win this game. As you can see, the teams are at least, looks like that is the Knights warming up right there. We have a little sun glare, or it'd be showing you the other side. Let's see what we have here. Of course, for the Lady Knights, Coach Connie Lemon, who guided her team to goals of 47-4, and against they only were scored 19 goals against, so they've got a good defense and a pretty good offense. 47 for a 20-game season. Yeah, you think about it, just seemed like yesterday the season started, and now 20 games later you're already into the playoffs, and it's do or die time now. Win and move on, advance. Lose and you're out of the playoffs. You get back and get to watch the rest of the playoffs from your home or wherever you want to at that time. And let's see. So away, Oregon Mountain Lady Knights are 5-3, and Hobbs has a real good record of 9-1-1. So they've lost one here and they've tied one here. In fact, actually that tie game was against Piedra Vista. That was just on the 12th of September. And then they lost back-to-back, Hobbs did, back-to-back games to Farmington in a tournament. 2-1 was the final. And then on the road to Mayfield, and that was 4-1. So they haven't lost too many games. In fact, they were the best record along with, I believe it was Las Cruces, who also had a 17-game win season. But unfortunately, because, like I said, the strength of schedule, they just were not able to get ranked high enough to be able to get that 4th seed or higher for a bye week. Hobbs finished with 27 goals for, 3 against in district, 72 goals for, and only 14 against with an 8-game winning streak. That helped a lot. Of course, that was all district and 2 extra games as well. Roswell also in the district finished 4-2 in the district. 14 goals were scored for them and 10 against. And then Carlsbad and Clovis split their games but lost all the rest, so they were 1-5 in the district. So they were not anywhere near able to go into the playoffs. And I don't think Roswell did either. So that just shows you how strong Hobbs is, or how weak the district is. District 4, District 3 is where Lady Knights came out, and once again they were 5-5 in the district, and did not do too bad. They played teams like Gadsden, beat Alamogordo, lost to Las Cruces, also lost a close one to Centennial, 1-0. Also lost to Mayfield at home, 1-0 as well. So close games. Gadsden able to beat them 2-0. Valencia 6-0 is what they won, and then back to Alamogordo again. We're able to beat them 3-0. Lost again to Las Cruces, so got swept by Las Cruces by the scores of 3-1 and 4-0, or 7-1 altogether. Centennial, they did actually beat Centennial 1-0. That's impressive. And then lost last week to Mayfield once again 4-0. So on a losing streak of 1. Meanwhile, again, like I said, Hobbs Lady Eagles on an 8-game winning streak and hoping to get number 9. And they just have not fared well in the playoffs. They've only won 1 playoff game in the last several years. And if I remember correctly, that was 2021. So it's been a couple of years since the Lady Eagles have won a playoff. Looks like it's going to be a nice sunset. Still a little glary-o on the camera, so I do apologize about that. Trying to do the best we can to get that done. Of course, by the time the game gets started, though, the sun will be down, so it won't be nearly as much of a problem. But while we're waiting for that, of course, once again, we'll talk more about soccer. In fact, actually, on the other side, for the boys, they're on the road right now. They went to Anthony to take on Gadsden. Hobbs was ranked at number 12, Gadsden at number 7, and the Gadsden Panthers looking to continue their winning ways. Hobbs has a 11-4-1. That is since 2011. Actually, that is against Gadsden. So they have a winning record against the Gadsden Panthers. And this is going to be the second time the two teams have met in the playoffs. In fact, there is a 5-game winning streak against the Gadsden Panthers. So Hobbs looking to extend that to 6. They are the defending champions from last season, so that should be interesting as well, as they are once again 10th in the rankings. And then whoever is the winner of that game will face number 2 La Cueva. And Hobbs actually has a good record against them. 3-1 in regular season, but 0-1 in the playoffs. So that is since 2017. The last time they faced each other in the playoffs was 2017, and that is when they lost that one game by the score of, well, actually I don't have the score, but lost that game and were knocked out of the playoffs. But last year, of course, you know, Hobbs, the boys, were undefeated in the season and went all the way and won the championship. So they're hoping to do that again, repeat, even though it's not an undefeated season, but I'm sure they would want to win and go back-to-back in championships. The last time that was for the boys, 2023, and before then, the only other time they'd won the championship was 1997. For the girls, have not tasted the championship yet. So we're hoping this season maybe they will be able to get that victory. We've got some very good players on both sides. In fact, it is Cambria Floyd, number 11 for the Lady Knights, who has 72 steals for the season. And Aria Vasquez, number 14, who has 16 goals. She's a sophomore, so she's got plenty of legs behind her and ahead of her for the next couple of years afterwards. But, of course, she's going to be wanting to do something this year as far as make a name of herself. With 8 assists, number 21, Ariana Fuentes of the Knights. So she can assist, and she usually probably assists Vasquez. Gets those 16 goals for the season. That's almost one a game, so that's not bad at all things considered, especially since I know this Knights team, I believe they were blanked at least a couple of times in the last couple of weeks. In fact, they were blanked 4 times, mostly in district. Hobbs is looking to come out here and play a strong defense. Like I said, they've only allowed 14 goals in the season. And I believe most of that actually has been, they've only allowed 3 goals in district. That's really impressive. Sun's going behind some clouds right now as the glare has gone down. Still have plenty of time, though. 8 minutes to go. We still have the national anthem coming up here pretty soon. But we'll also get the lineups. Let's go ahead and start with the Lady Knights. And I'm going to let you know that can't always pronounce the names the best I can, simply because I don't know the origin that they come from. But I do know that it is Terest Martinez, the junior, who's going to be starting at 0. That's her number. Corey Judd is a junior. She's number 1. Carmen Hernandez, sophomore, is number 2. Number 3 is going to be Arissa Liza. Let's see. That's Lizald. Freshman. That's impressive. Very young. Ebony Garcia, number 4, sophomore. Arila Garcia, senior, number 5. Tejalia Gonzalez, junior, number 6. And it is going to be Cedillo at number 7 for the senior for the Knights. Camelia Falcon is the senior, number 8. And Giselle Turnbow, sophomore, number 9. Along with Amari Villanova at number 10. And, yeah, you can see right now that it's going to be a nice sunset for those that are looking or watching as it disappears behind the clouds. Back to the lineup, Cambria Floyd. I talked about her with her 72 steals. She's a junior, so she's got one more season to go. She is number 11. Camelia Rodriguez is not listed as far as her class, but she is number 13. Aria Vasquez, sophomore, number 14. She has 16 goals. She leads the team with 16 goals. Haley Justice is a freshman at number 16. And number 17 is Abigail Valise. She's a freshman, number 17. And at number 18, it's going to be Claire Amunz. Let's see. Trying to say that in my head and also saying it out loud. It doesn't work. But Amundsen, junior. Isabel Della Rata is a junior, number 19. And Elise Etman, freshman, number 20. So there are a lot of freshmen on this team. So very young. One of the reasons why they're ranked at number 12. Arena Fuentes, junior, number 21, is in there as well with her 8 assists for the season. And Laura is senior, number 22. And Michaela Miller, a freshman, number 24. And that is Connie Lamone, who is the head coach for the Lady Knights. It's going to be a nice night to play anything, let alone soccer. as the breeze is coming in. It's getting a little cooler as the sun has dipped into the clouds. Mackenzie Talise is going to be the head coach for the ladies soccer team. Oh, I just saw I was wondering what that was. That is a soccer ball. Okay, so quickly, let's see if I can get through the lineup. I believe that Sabrina Marquez is going to be the goalie. She's done a very great job as far as that goes. In fact, she had a shutout against the Lady Knights last time, and that was a 2-0 game or match. Liddy Cortez is listed at 00. She's a junior. Trinity Vasquez, senior, number 1. Brianna Baker is the senior with the most goals of the season, 25 to be exact, a little over 1 a game. Hard to do, getting 1.2 a game, but she seems to be doing it. And she is once again at number 2. Let's see, that is Carly Riviera is a sophomore at number 3. Angel Jimenez, senior, number 4. Clarissa Mars, sophomore, at number 5. Brooke Davis, junior. She leads with 8 assists for the season at number 7. Mariah Zambrano is a sophomore. She's number 8. Basilia Hernandez, junior, number 9. And Madeline Gonzalez, sophomore, at number 10. Emma Sotelia is a sophomore. Sorry, I meant a senior. I saw S and I went automatically to sophomore for some reason, but senior, number 11. And Miley Martinez, junior, number 12. And then we have Cambra Rutledge, senior, at number 13. Madeline Adam is a sophomore at 14. Maria Jimenez, junior. She is number 15. Natalie Silva, sophomore at 16. And Nivea Nash, senior, number 17. Alessandra Terrares, sophomore, number 21. Sofia Sota, she's a freshman. Yep, she's a young one too. 22 is what her number is. And Addison Richards, an 8th grader. Not sure if we're going to see much of her, but still on the team at number 23. And Valeria Villalobos, senior. She is at number 24. Going to take a break, take the national anthem, and be back for the start of the game. This is Ron Gunner, and thank you very much for watching as we are on Hobbs Sports. We're also on HobbsAmerica.com and on YouTube on the Hobbs Sports channel. Be back in just a moment. Just wrapped up the national anthem as we have both teams on the field, at least the starting lineups anyway. Corey Judd out there, number 1. Let's see. So the lineups are being called right now. And all right. Bacon. You'll notice that for Hobbs, they're wearing the black with gold numbers. And it looks like blue numbers for Oregon Mountain Lady Knights, of course, on white. So yes, Connie Lamone is the coach. So let's get the Hobbs Lady Eagles, the starting lineup, starting off with number 2. So it will be Sabrina Marquez for goalie. Brianna Baker is out there, leading scorer. Corelli. Brooke Davis out there, leading with 8 assists. Cecilia Hernandez, Jr. And Madeline Gonzalez out there as well, a sophomore. So 2 more seasons for her. Maria Jimenez is out there, a junior. Natalie Silva also out on the field. Number 17 is going to be Neva Nash. And 24. Villalobos. Valerie Villalobos. I knew I had that said, but then all of a sudden my tongue just got all tied up. Valerie Villalobos. So once again, and Mackenzie Tellez is the head coach for your Lady Eagles. So as the teams give a sportsmanship hello, we're about to be underway. It's 6:04 here. We are definitely ready for some soccer as the first period is about to get started. 40 minutes of action running back and forth, trying to see who can win in this game, and the odds are that it could go like the last game. It did. Hobbs scored 2 in the first, were blanked in the second, but Oregon Mountain was also blanked in the first and the second. In fact, it was Brianna Baker who scored both of those goals for the Lady Eagles. And it was Sabrina Marquez who basically pitched the shutout, as some people would say, who kept the goals from going into the goal and kept Oregon Mountain off the scoreboard. So maybe we can do that again and advance to the second round. Who knows? But that's the reason why they play these games. As we are getting underway, or getting ready to get underway. Nobody's on the field yet. We have a modest little crowd out here. Hopefully you're enjoying it wherever you are, whether you're at home or on the road, and you just wanted to see how your Lady Eagles are doing, or maybe even the Lady Knights. That is possible too. We do not discriminate. It looks like Lady Eagles are already on the field. Just waiting on the Lady Knights. They are now getting on the field. Always hard to find that ball, but luckily the lights are on now, so it should be easy to see. It looks like the Knights are going to start this off. And a good night it will be for the Hobbs Eagles. And here we go as we get underway. And an early possession already out of bounds. It will be thrown in by the Hobbs Lady Eagles. And quickly it is. I keep forgetting sometimes how fast these things take place. About the 50-yard line and going Hobbs' way. No, going backwards a little bit, trying to set up something. And it looks like it's going to be just an exchange, quick exchange between players before. It looks like there is a possession now for Hobbs as they are moving it down the field, getting into scoring position, possibly getting a score, or a shot anyway, on goal, as that one does go out, and no, it didn't, got caught by an Oregon Mountain Lady Knight, as they have now gotten it past the defense into Eagle territory. Or looks like it went out of bounds. Yes, it did. There's the ball. Will be inbounded by Lady Knights. And stolen by Hobbs. Very good, as she was able to get it into the offense again. And may be able to move that one forward. Again, this is the reason why the Lady Eagles have scored 72 times this season. Goalie taking a wide stance, so unable to get the ball. Last time I saw something like that happen, that was a JV game, and Hobbs ended up giving up a goal that ended up losing the game for them. But not this Lady Eagles team. They're back on offense already, as it is Brianna who tries to kick it in and unable to, just wide to the left. But that is the first shot on goal for either side. And, of course, Brianna Baker, leading scorer for Hobbs, is the one to do so. Back into play once again. Lady Knights have the ball. Quickly, though, lost it, but let's see what's going to happen with it this time, as it is going to be set. Goes back. And that looks like it is, again, every time you start to set on a number, they move it, of course. Oh, and I need to move it too. And that one goes out of bounds. Looks like it's going to be on Oregon Mountain. That was off of Fuentes. So thrown in quickly by Hobbs. As this time around, it looks like it's going to be Brooke Davis, who had the ball for a moment and had given it to Brianna. That was almost a shot on goal, but it was grabbed by the goalie. And that's the end of that run for a moment anyway for the Hobbs Lady Eagles. Still 0-0 though, as that is beyond midfield. A nice header too for the Oregon Mountain Lady Knights, but it does go out of bounds. So it does go off of the Lady Knights. And that looked like it was Carmen Hernandez, a sophomore, who headed to that one out of bounds. And so Hobbs is going to have to inbound it. Throw in. Once the ball is there, it is. And thrown very close to the sideline. But now Oregon Mountain Knights Lady Knights have the ball, trying to get it in for a possession, but no, it is kicked away. And their scoring opportunity has been at least slowed down anyway, as Lady Knights have possession again. Bit of a kick to the goal, but it's recovered well by Marquez. So she will kick it out. Now it goes out of bounds and will be Hobbs' ball, and it is quickly inbounded by a throw-in. And once again, goes out of bounds once again, coming back in. Hobbs trying to, but they got a 4-1 advantage, did the Lady Knights. So they were able to take advantage of that, and they still have the ball as they are going down the field. But once again, the goalie gets in the way and stops the ball from progressing. Now we'll kick it back into play. Again, another one that's not even quite a shot on goal, but close as it goes out of bounds to the right of the goalie. So out of play and back to the goalie for another kick in. This time she's going to put it on the ground, kick it out. So it should get about midfield roughly. Nope, didn't quite get there at the 25. Hobbs trying to get it out of their own territory, but unable to. But that is against, well, not against, but off of the leg or body of the Lady Knight. So Hobbs will be inbounding it, throwing it in as soon as the ball is retrieved. And it is. She had to go a long way to get it. Went down the track. So about 30 seconds will be added on roughly as we get another inbound this time around. Some nice passing. Very close to the edge. Nope, it did go out of bounds. This time around, she is also on the edge. Trying to get it past the defender and just barely did. And that one is going to go out of bounds as well. Back to Hobbs. I'm still adjusting to see those numbers. It's hard to find. Usually it's on the back and you have to wait till they turn around. Still 0-0 though with 32.5 seconds or 32.5 minutes to go. Just a little over that. Nice kick and a header. As that one is a shot on goal, and just to the left, goalie is able to get it. So Marquez is able to stop that one. Sabrina anyway, and that one is going to be out of bounds. Oh no, it actually went back in. Hobbs trying to set up something. Of course, both sides are trying to set something up. A couple of nice headers there for the Lady Knights. This time looked like it was Vasquez, the sophomore, who took a roll for the Lady Knights. This one possibly in. Nope. Instead, it's going to be blocked by the goalie. Looked like that was going to be possibly a good opportunity, scoring opportunity for Hobbs, but whistled dead. As I believe that was Brianna. No, actually that was Brooke Davis, the assist king, or queen, I should say. That's what happens when you cover a lot of football games. That one is going to be back to Lady Knights. It's going to be thrown in. And keeps it slim, but kicks it out once again are the Lady Eagles. So this time around, looks like Michaela Miller is the one that inbounded it for the Knights. We are already back on the horse to the other side. Tried to get it back to the Hobbs side to be able to score something, or at least the Oregon Mountain Knights side. And this time around, it's going to be inbound. It looked like there was a substitution as well. Didn't see who it was for the Hobbs Eagles. That one is going to go out of bounds. Off the leg, looked like of Miley Martinez. So back to Oregon Mountain Lady Knights ball as they inbound it. Not very many opportunities so far for either team to be able to get any shots, but I believe Hobbs has had slightly more of an advantage on that one. It is still very early in this game. In fact, 30 minutes remain in this first period as that one gets close to the Hobbs side, but it is stopped by the goalie. She puts it back into play with a kick. As Looked like the Hobbs player was going to be able to get something, but did not. In fact, got it taken away from her. And it's going to be out of bounds as well. I believe that was. Let's see, that was Carly Rivera who had that stolen away from her. Almost had it back, but got blocked instead, and goes back to the goalie for Hobbs as she is going to kick it out once again. So now the Lady Knights have had more opportunities to be able to get a score, as that one goes off the leg for the Lady Eagles and out of bounds. That was off of Mariah Jimenez. She's going to try to make that up with this possession. Early on, though, neither team has dominated yet for possession. As that one is going to go well. Missed the leg. It was an opportunity Hobbs could get back. Now they still have the opportunity. In fact, actually now they have a drive going as they get it to the 30. Down to 3 players. Possible score. Now they have a set. But it's going to be kicked out by the Lady Knights. Let's see, I believe that was Kimbra Floyd, the junior. She has the most steals, 72. That would make sense that she would be able to steal that from your Lady Eagles. Here we go with an inbound, thrown in. And that goes off the header of Clarissa Mars. She is in the game now. But quickly, back to the advantage to Lady Knights as they are taking it in, trying to drive it in, but no, the defense, for the moment anyway, stepped up for Hobbs. It looks like it's going to be a possible tripping penalty. So a penalty kick at about the 9-yard line. Yep, that's exactly what's going to happen. So let's see who's getting that kick. That looks like it's going to be Aria Vasquez, who has 16 goals. She's the one that leads the Lady Knights. So she's not the one that you want to see in this opportunity early on, or any time for that matter. So here we go. Whistle's blown. And that hits off the goalpost, again off the goalpost. But this time around, looks like it's going to be a goal for the Lady Knights early on. And let's see if I can get that number. But it is going to be a score of 1-0. And it looked like that was off of Kimbria Floyd, the junior. So the one that steals, looks like she got the first goal. And already 1-0 as we already are back in action. So no time to get set up for anything else. And the Knights are already back on offense again. But quickly though, Hobbs trying to get back into this game. Getting it back to the other side of the field. And the goalie will take that for the Knights. So 1-0 already now, and it is now 25.5 minutes to go in this period. As I search, there it is. I searched the world over and I found the ball, and it's out of bounds. And inbounded by a throw in for Oregon Lady Knights. Back over to the Hobbs side. As another time when the goalie is away from the goal, getting the ball. So stop the play for a moment as they reset. It has been a long time since Lady Knights have been able to beat the Hobbs Lady Eagles, and this is why, though they play the games, it could be possible they could win again. Hobbs has not fared well in playoffs. And now that looked like that was Arissa. But Hobbs on the offense now as they get back on the other side. Looks like it's going to be Brooks again trying to fight, trying to get into a goal situation. And no, just missed. She knows she could have done better on that one, but Brooke Davis could not get that one to go in. So nice attempt, just unable to get the finish. This one's going to be kicked for the Lady Knights. There we go. On the other end. Out of bounds, who to go to? Yep. And it's going to be for, looks like, the Lady Knights. And indeed, tossing it in once again is going to be Camilla Falcon. Falcon? However you want to say it, it is a nice little name. As I said, the last time these two teams met, Hobbs had a 2-0 advantage in the first, and the second, neither team were able to put anything on the board, and that was the final, 2-0. Right now, though, Lady Knights lead 1-0 and are looking to get another score as they get closer and closer to the Hobbs goal. Out of bounds, though, off the foot of the player. And let's see who that was, as that Ariana Fuentes. So Hobbs is going to inbound, throw it in. As soon as I get the signal. Both teams are getting situated. And here we go with the whistle. So here we go inbound. And into 2 players for Hobbs. But can't kick it to yourself, can you? Nope. So Hobbs will get the inbound. I thought that was off of the Lady Knights. I get set up and do that again. Well, she looks like Emma Sotelo. Oh, and there we go. Knights playing really well as far as defense, keeping it away from their own goal. Nice kick over. Oh, had a moment, but unable to capitalize on that possession were the Hobbs Lady Eagles. Now it looks like it is going to be Vasquez. Oh, and a close one, too, as the goalie had to dive for it. Looked like that was a scoring opportunity for Lady Knights. And part of that looked like it was Turnbow, the sophomore, who had a chance to get it in. But Marquez, who had a shutout last time around, got to stop it before a scoring opportunity was provided. So once again, out of bounds, and looks like the Lady Knights inbounding, threw it in. Action back underway again. This time it is getting close again to the goal. And Marquez is able to get it for the Hobbs Lady Eagles. Quite a back and forth affair so far. The Lady Knights have taken advantage, been able to score that one earlier. Defense not being as strong as they have been the whole season for the Lady Eagles. And whistle dead again. Looks like another kick. It's going to be coming up for the Lady Knights. And again, it's going to be Vasquez, Aria Vasquez, with her 16 goals. Second attempt. She wasn't able to get it last time, but they were able to score. It looked like it was off of Cambria Floyd. So we're going to see what happens this time, as that opportunity is gone, but still the Lady Knights still have the possession. And it does go out of bounds on the far corner. So the clock shows 18:20. Of course, we still have time after that. Up there it is. Hobbs trying to get back to the other side of the field, but unable to get it moving. Lady Knights still going as it is kicked towards the goal. Not a goal shot, but to the left, and Goldie will grab another ball and get back into play again. Marquez laying it down, setting it for a corner kick. Well, not a corner kick. Goldie kick. And here we are again. Still on the Hobbs side of the goal. Playing defense. As it is Ariana Fuentes once again. Inbounding it with a throw in. Getting it to her teammate. And close. The goalie does bounce it off as it goes to the end zone. Two players fighting to keep possession of the ball. Let's see if Hobbs can get the ball to the other side of the field. Nope. Took a dive. Looked like that was the Hobbs player, Addison Richards, the 8th grader, was trying to keep the ball in and ended up on the ground. So see what happens here. A kick. And a shot on goal and did not make it. Went over the head of everybody. But 14:45 remaining in this first, plus extra time. As it's been a while since Hobbs has been on this side of the field. Let's see if that continues on as looked like that was Brooks coming back again. This time around it's going to be Nivea Nash trying to get control of that ball for the Hobbs Lady Eagles. Try to save it. Did save it from going out of bounds on the far end. That time, though, will be Hobbs' ball near there, near the Oregon Mountain Lady Knights end. And this time they will be inbounding it with a throw in. Nice footwork. It looks like it was Corey Judd. No, sorry. Got the wrong number. Trinity Vasquez. For the Lady Eagles. But quickly goes back to the other side for the Lady Knights. And out of bounds. Let's see if we can get something moving forward for these Lady Knights. Already halfway down. Got it across. That is, of course, Brianna Baker. Unable to move it forward, so it is out of bounds. Looking to see who has the ball. There it is. Okay. And kicked out of bounds once again by the Lady Knights. Brought back in. Yeah, slip. Very rare you see that, but slip. But it was able to get the ball back for the Hobbs Lady Eagles. But nice defense on the Knights, Lady Knights of Oregon Mountain. But inbounding, once again, Hobbs Eagles. Sometimes you just want to kick it out of there. Keep the defense active as your offense is back on as well. Lady Knights are in that position. Once again, your Lady Eagles are in the black with the gold numbers, and Lady Knights are in the white with the blue numbers. Lots of time going out of bounds right now. This looks like that was Arilla. And as I go, it goes back out of bounds to the Knights, Lady Knights. We are now looking at just about 11 minutes to go in this first period. Lady Knights lead still 1-0. And this is not the same Lady Eagles that have scored as much as they did in district anyway. Back on it. Oh, that. All right. The Eagles still driving. A kick, but not quite there. Looked like she had an opportunity to get it. And just missed for Addison Richards, the 8th grader. Well, she had a pretty good opportunity there. Also have Arena Fuentes, as that one goes out of bounds and will be Hobbs' ball. On the other side, trying to see who's getting the ball. Looks like Brianna was able to throw that one in. Because they're not able to establish anything on that offense are the Eagles. But still maintain control of it at the other end for the Lady Knights side. The defense is on.
I've got the power. I've got the power. I've got the power.
No, you don't. Back and forth it goes, and Lady Eagles are going to be inbounding it once again, throwing it in. Looks like it's going to be another opportunity, and missed just to the right. Sells back behind the goal, and it looked like that was once again the leg of Brooke Davis trying to get that one in for the Lady Eagles. Oh, they get a tripping on that one. That is kicked down the line, back again by the Eagles, and out of bounds. Well, that is going to be Falcone, who's going to be bringing it in for the Lady Knights. Almost 6:40 on the clock, and it is 7:17 remaining, plus the time that is allotted, the extra time in this first period. Both sides have been fighting very strongly, trying to maintain possession, just unable to at times. Knights do lead though, 1-0. Lady Knights. And it will be only the second time the Lady Knights have been able to beat the Lady Eagles in, I believe, 14 games. This would be number 15 if they're able to pull off this victory. Yes, indeedy. Another shot on goal, and that looks like it went in. This time around, let's see who did that one. So 2-0 Oregon Mountain Lady Knights, as that was Dahlia Gonzalez. So they have matched what happened. That was a junior, by the way. So they have matched the score from their last game opposite. Lady Knights are on top 2-0. I didn't think this would be a breeze for the Lady Eagles, but I thought they would be looking a little tougher, a little stronger. But so far, just unable to get anything going offensively. And defense have given up 2 goals. That was a nice kick, by the way, by Dahlia, as her team had congratulated her. Kick out by Marquez. As now the Eagles trying to get something offensively going. Moving it strongly down the field. Backpedal a little bit. Get the ball back, and it goes out of bounds. Looks like it will be Hobbs' ball. Near Lady Knights goal. So opportunity once again for Hobbs to be able to score. And that was Addison Richards who was down there. Couldn't quite get the ball, and will be playing defense a little bit as Hobbs is ready to get back on the other side of the field again, try to see if they can get back into this matchup. 4:48 remaining as the whistle blows. Didn't see the call. It looks like Hobbs is going to have an opportunity to score. Possibly. Right there at the 25. And let's see. It's going to be Trinity Vasquez, the senior, who's going to get the kick. High and a little too high as it goes over the net. So, shot attempt unsuccessful. Back in is play, and looks like it's going to be offense once again getting on it. That, of course, is Brooke Davis, working it to the other side of the field. Hits the ground, though. Seems to be okay as it goes out of bounds. Another throw in by Hobbs. No, actually, no, it looks like they're going to kick it. She's going to dribble it in. Nope, side kick over there. So let's see. It looked like that was Sophia Sota. See what she can do with this opportunity. There's 3 blockers for the Lady Knights. And it is blocked by those 3 blockers. And sails out of bounds to the left of the goal. Opportunity missed again for Hobbs. Now with 2.5, just under 2.5 remaining in this first period. An undetermined amount of time will be added to this before we get into break. Hobbs still has an opportunity or a chance to be able to get back into this game with a goal. That would be cut it in half. And a header from what looked like to be Sandalio on the Lady Knights. Stopped that advancement for Hobbs. And we have one player but down. Looked like that was for Hobbs. As now that looks to be Addison Richards once again, making waves. The 8th grader, going to have a long career. Looks like she's playing this well. And this soccer. As that opportunity just misses to the right. And with 2 minutes remaining, actually looks like that'll be, we're into extra time now. So extra time for the Eagles once again, another kick. And this one in front of the goal. And moving it out are the Lady Knights. They're fighting like crazy to get that ball. Both sides. That was, looked like Madeline Adam. As it goes back over, and another kick attempt possible. That looks like it is Rivera. Nice try. As that is the end of the first period, and Lady Eagles are down 2-0 to the Lady Knights. Back in just a moment. Talk more about this game as it continues on. You're watching it on Hobbs America, HobbsAmerica.com, also on Hobbs Sports on YouTube, and I believe you can actually find it on Cool 95.7 as well on the Facebook page. Be back in just minutes. This is Ron Gunter here. Thanks for watching. All right, we are back to live action. This is Ron Gunter here with the 2024 Girls Soccer State Championship first round, where we have the Oregon Mountain Lady Knights leading 2-0 over your Lady Eagles of Hobbs. And it is a situation where Hobbs doesn't want to be in right now simply because they haven't won a playoff game since 2021. That was when they were ranked 4th, had a first round bye, and they won that game. I guess it would be the quarterfinals. Yes, indeed. Won that one against Las Cruces, but this time around losing in the first round 2-0 thanks to the goal first by Cambria Floyd, the junior. She got that shot in, and then it was Dalia Gonzalez who was able to shoot another junior also for the Lady Knights. So 2-0 right now. Hobbs has had a couple of opportunities, but really the key thing right now is the fact that their main player, that is Brianna Baker, she has been shut down basically. I don't know if she's had more than one shot on goal, and I don't even know if it was legit or not, but definitely something that they'll be working on in the second half. And this team has won 8 in a row, so that streak is threatening to end. Definitely. Actually, the Lady Knights came in with a losing streak of 1, so they're wanting to get back on that winning side. Winner will be facing Volcano Vista, and I know for a fact that Hobbs has lost last year to that same Volcano Vista in the first round, so if they do manage to get past this opening round to the second for the quarterfinals, they will definitely have revenge on as they face the number 4 Volcano Vista Lady Hawks. So it'll be kind of like of course, a battle of the birds, as we always say. But weather is nice. Got a nice crowd here, nice light crowd. I am enjoying the weather as well. But I'm not enjoying the fact that the Lady Eagles are struggling on offense. So hopefully adjustments on this one from the coach. Of course, that is Mackenzie Tellis. She'll be talking about them. Of course, Connie Limon, the head coach for Lady Knights, will be doing the same thing, trying to make some adjustments. So far, though, her team has played very good defense, in my opinion, and looked pretty strong against this Hobbs Lady Eagles team. We'll be back in just a moment to wrap up this halftime show. It's still about 4.5 minutes to go before we get back into action. Be back just a moment right here on your Hobbs stations, whether it be on Hobbs Sports Network, on YouTube, also on HobbsAmerica.com. Oh, yeah, and also on Cool 95.7's Facebook page. Welcome back to 2024 action of the Girls Soccer State Championship first round, where we are watching the Lady Knights of Oregon Mountain are dominating right now 2-0 over the Lady Eagles of Hobbs. In fact, 4 top seeds of this championship, state championship for the 5A. La Cueva, last year's runner-ups, had the bye at number 1. Then it was Las Cruces at number 2 with the bye. Number 3 is El Dorado, and number 4 is Volcano Vista, the team that is waiting to see which side will win. Right now it's the Lady Knights, but the Lady Eagles are still not out of it yet. There's still plenty of time, 40-plus minutes to go before this game is over with. Anything can happen, as they say. Also, let's see, besides number 5, number 6 is Mayfield. They're facing Farmington tonight. So 6 versus 11. That is at Mayfield, of course. 7 is Cleveland. The Lady Storm are facing Albuquerque in Cleveland. So that's a short trip for the Albuquerque squad. 12, or actually 11. And we already covered Farmington. And 12 is Oregon Mountain. And that is it. But Cleveland is the defending champions from last year. Once again, they're ranked number 7th. So we'll see what they do tonight. See if they can continue to play in the playoffs, as Hobbs is wanting to do the same thing. Once again, last time that Hobbs won a playoff game was 2021 when they were ranked 4th, and they went to the quarterfinals to beat Las Cruces in that game, and they lost in the semifinals. So Hobbs has not been, not sure about when they've been in the championship game last, but I know they have not been champions so far, but they'd love to do it this season, but they're on the wrong foot so far to do that, as we're about 35 seconds away from getting the second period started. So I will go ahead and hand it over for a second. Be back in a moment to start the second half of this game. Your Lady Knights are up to our Lady Eagles 2-0, and should be a good second half. Be back in just a moment. The Eagles on the field, black and gold. I am Ron Gunter. Thank you very much for watching as we are continuing coverage of the 2024 Girls Soccer State Championship Round 1. And we're seeing 12 versus 5, and although they are playing like above their pay grade, as some people would say, but definitely playing or matching up against the intensity that Hobbs had. And we are underway. Hobbs early on the attack, trying to get it in, but unfortunately that goes wide to the right and out of bounds. So it will be brought back in. Actually looks like it's going to be a corner kick. Yes, indeed. Couldn't tell exactly who it went off of, but looks like it's going to be an opportunity once again for Hobbs, as it is Davis saying her name. Got it over there. Tried to kick it was Madeline Adam, but went off her leg and out of bounds to the right of the goal. So it will be kicked out by the Lady Knights. Quickly going to the other side are the Lady Knights. Trying to get something offensively going. Yeah, quick, right? As that one is corralled by the goalie. That was a bit risky, I always thought. As she is able to get it. It's risky when you leave the net open like that. Hobbs on a mission trying to get that back to a one-goal game, as that is going to be Carly Riviera who is controlling it for a moment for the Hobbs Eagles. Close. No, just right in front of the goal. Out of bounds to the right. So far, opportunities for Hobbs have been greatly increased in this half. And unfortunately unable to take advantage of those. It looks like it's going to go right out of bounds. Didn't see who it went off to, so it looks like it's going to be Lady Knights going to be inbounding the ball. Yes, indeed. Another kick in the corner. Well, near the goal. Oops. All right, as Lady Knights are moving the ball back across the field. Back over to the Hobbs defensive side. That one goes out of bounds. And looks like Hobbs will retain possession as another throw in. That time off the head of Riviera for Hobbs. Looks like that might be Brooke. Trying to get the ball, but unable to as it goes out of bounds. Just unable to get in front of it. No, actually that was, once again, Riviera, the sophomore. Chance of Let's Go Eagles can be heard. Close but no cigar, so to speak, as goalie once again gets the kick. That could have been a goal. And back to the goalie again for the Lady Knights. So more opportunities once again, but like I said, the Lady Eagles just unable to take advantage of those opportunities. Plenty of time though. 34 and a half, almost, well, just under 35 minutes to go. So 5 minutes in this period, this half. As looks to be that Hobbs is controlling it a little bit more now than they did in the first half. Close. I thought that actually was going to hit the goal, but instead the goalie was able to get that for the Lady Knights. So not quite a shot on goal, but close enough that the goalie was able to get it. Kick from Cedillo of the Lady Knights. Gets that out of play, and now it's out of bounds. And it looks like it'll be inbounded or thrown in by the Eagles. Welcome to Hotel California. Just kidding. That's a kick in from Trentany. Vasquez unable to get it in though. That one looked like it was kicked by Lady Knight, but either way, right into the hands of their goalie. And now, looked like that was Addison Richards, who has been trying to dominate this game so far, been called quite a few times. Mariah Jimenez tried to get that one, but no. And an opportunity again for the Lady Knights. Actually, I believe this is the first time this half that they've been on this side of the field. Maybe the second time, but it has not been very often. Kick in, but controlled quickly. And then back to, looked like that was Garcia, who kicked it across the field. And, oh, goalie has it. Marquez going to kick the ball out. So we have another kick coming up for Hobbs. This time around, let me see if I can catch that number. Yes, indeed. That is going to be Trentany Vasquez once again, third time around. I don't know if we'll get anything going, but Hobbs still has the opportunity, taking advantage of it, took a shot, and it's going to the right of the goal. Could have been Alessandra Terevaz. I know I can say that better. Oh, there it is. Lady Knights in possession of the ball now, moving it across the field back to their opponent's side for the Lady Eagles. And another opportunity for them. This one goes to the left, though. And their opportunity quickly squandered but still 2-0. Lady Knights still on top. 30 minutes coming up on now. So 10 minutes into this second half, and neither side has been able to do much. Hobbs has had many opportunities, just have not been able to take advantage of them. I'll tell you this, I know it takes stamina to be able to run back and forth across the field like they've been doing. Very good training from the training staff. I believe it's Astrid Menares and Lelina Moro, both juniors, both managers for the team, making sure that this team, the Hobbs Lady Eagles, are ready to play. 17-2-1 is their record, but right now they are looking at the wrong end of the score as they're down 2-0. Coming up on a score, possible. Nope, instead lost the ball. It was 2-on-1. No foul. That was kicked out by, looks like, Mariah Jimenez. Got an opportunity here. Got a score over to the left. Oh, and that looks like it could be a trip, but maybe not. Still on the ground is the player. And I'll get that number when I can. Action still going, which is surprising. And back to the goalie, and action will stop. And we'll see who that player is on the ground right now. Still, so staff is actually the ref is coming over, and we've already got medical out there. Make sure she's all right. Timeout though on the field. She is being looked at, and it doesn't look very good. She hasn't moved at all since hitting the ground. Looked like it was a trip. Unintentional, though. They were both going for the ball. We'll take a break. Be back in a moment after we find out who the player is. And once we get the play started again, we'll be back on. Bad news for Eagles fans is we're back. That is actually the leading scorer with 25 goals this season, Brianna Baker, who is being helped off the field. Hopefully she'll be back. Lady Eagles need her with about 27:45 remaining in this second half, plus the time also. Time was stopped for that injury timeout. But yeah, that is no good. No good news for Eagles fans. Let's see if she is actually, can't tell, but I think she's going back to the to be looked at, evaluated. So that is no good. She may or may not be back. But in any case, Hobbs is going to have to get along without her. She was the one that scored 2 goals against this team last time in September. So let's see who's going to step up. And that looked like it went in favor of Hobbs. And against Vasquez, the sophomore. Oh, quickly, though. Opportunity, there it is, and another score. And I didn't get that one, but a nice drive and a quick score. And let's see who did that. Kind of looked like it was Addison Richards, so not surprised if that is the case. I'll give it to Addison Richards. And we are now in a game, 2-1, quickly going. So Hobbs has cut the lead in half, needed to. Plenty of time, 27 plus whatever is left over in the change. And that one goes out to midfield. Hobbs getting back on the horse again, trying again. This time, though, it's going to get to the goalie before it gets it to a Hobbs player. And she will be able to control it. Quickly kicking it back to the other side, or trying to. And that one kicked out of bounds by the Hobbs player. So we'll go back to Lady Knights. As quickly this went from a 2-0 game to a 2-1 game. As usual, quick, quick, quick. And back the other way now. Yeah, the ball will be headed. Once again, that'll be kicked by Vasquez. And it was, and it's going to be quickly to the other side. Scoring opportunity has been squashed. As once again, goalie going out there, taking a chance and getting the ball. Two on one, Lady Knights with the advantage. As that one does go out to the Lady Knights. Looks like that went out to Corey Judd. Inbounded fast. Too fast. Not a Hobbs Eagle around to be able to get that. And out again. Also again by Corey Judd. So inbounded. The inbounder will be Mariah Jimenez. Quickly but unable to get to it. Goalie was able to stop it for the Lady Knights. And another penalty kick for the Lady Knights. Looks like this time around once again will be lots of things. Hobbs starting to move the ball now. But 2 on 1, that stopped that momentum for, looked like that was Madeline Adam. And a nice kick from the goalie from Marquez. Get it back over to the other side. A quick scoring opportunity just to the left, though. And that looked good, but just missed it by that much. You want to get smart about it. That looked like it was off the leg once again. No, that time it was Cambria Rutledge. I believe that was her first shooting opportunity. She is a senior. Moving the ball back across to the other side. Hobbs playing some defense now. And out of bounds. And we'll go back to the Lady Knights. So they have an opportunity on that side of the field to be able to get another score in. Right now 2-1, they are leading. Hobbs just recently scored in this half. As the wind is blowing from the south, looks like to the north. So it may not be much of a factor, but it is keeping the players cool at least. Inbounded, but headed by a Hobbs player. And nicely done. Nice body movement there by Addison Richards. He'll kick it across to the other side of for Hobbs to get that opportunity. Does go out of bounds, and it is Hobbs' ball. So that will be inbounding with a throw in, probably. And it does look like Mariah Jimenez will be doing the honors of getting it back into play. And Lady Knights touched it twice. 2 against 1, and took advantage of that, did the Knights. Another header, and Hobbs trying to get back into control of it, but just seems like there's one too many Knights out there, Lady Knights out there, for the Eagles to be able to contend with. It may be too fast, though. Yes, it is. Goalie's barely able to get into it, and goes off her foot. So it's going to be out of bounds by... She's slow to get up. Nope, she's all right. She just had to walk it off, though. But took a risky move trying to kick the ball. Looks like it will be a corner kick by Brooke Davis. And it is quickly quailed. Looks like that is going to be Carmen Hernandez who's going to be kicking it out for the Lady Knights. And there it is. Eight-game winning streak for the Hobbs Lady Eagles on the line. As it goes back over. Looks like too difficult, though, to get. But Hobbs is trying still. As that was... Looks like Cabrera Rutledge still. So good on her. Just got ahead of her and could not catch up to it. Actually, no, that's 23. Addison Richards. Once again, close. Another header, but too far out of bounds and to the left. So Hobbs still unable to get that second goal, trying to get tied up again. Has been tied since 0-0, if you want to be honest. We have now 18.5 minutes to go with some time as well put back on the clock. Now it sails out of bounds. As I suspected, Jal has won their games for volleyball, the girls. Lady Panthers were able to beat the Lady Falcons 3-0. So congratulations to the Lady Panthers. There we go. That is inbounded and thrown in. Already out again. Like once again will be inbounded by the Lady Knights, this time around the 40. Here we go again. Very close to the sideline as that was taken in by a Hobbs-led Eagle, but just seems to be moving closer and closer to the wrong end of the field for the Lady Eagles. As a 2-on-1 play has Lady Knights back in control for the moment. And defense strong on that one. Here comes Richards, kicking it high. 2-on-1 opportunity, but Lady Knights cutting that one off, and it goes out of bounds. So Hobbs will get the possession again. Inbound. Here it comes. That went right off of Carly Riviera. And a whistle on the play. And back to another kick for Hobbs. Quicker that time. Wasn't able to take advantage of that opportunity. Two to 1 is the score. So we get back into play. Hobbs has been on the offense on the second half more. Lady Knights on offense on the first half. Got a quick score about 10 minutes into this quarter or a half. But with 15 and 17 seconds remaining, time is becoming a factor on this game. 2 to 1 though is what the score is. Lady Knights in the lead. You got to wonder what Coach Tellez is wanting to do now. I mean, other than score, trying to figure out who's going to do it, because unfortunately, Brianna Baker went out of the game earlier, just moments ago. Unsure about the injury, but did get a bit of a leg sweep on that one. And she laid on the ground for a while before she was picked up and put on the vehicle and taken back to be looked at. Here's the kick. Got a nice possession from the Knights, Lady Knights. That was Turnbow. We had the ball for a while. Was able to keep in the mix anyway with all those possessions. Out of bounds once again this time around. We'll be going to Hobbs to inbound. Quickly they do as they throw it back in. Oh, almost had a kick. Almost had one of our players kick another. It looked like it was Carly Riviera who got kicked. Almost got kicked. One thing it does do is keeps you on your toes. This time around goes straight to the goalie, who falls on it for some reason. And with 13 minutes remaining, could be a bit of an upset here if the Lady Knights can hold on to this 2-1 lead. For the season, the Lady Knights had only scored 47 goals, while Hobbs had 72. You wonder how the boys are doing too, as they're in Anthony playing against Gadsden. So that one goes out of bounds. And last year's defending champs on the boys' side for the 2024 Boys Soccer State Championship game. They're in Anthony right now, playing the Gadsden Panthers. Let's kick around the 20-yard line. And again, kick too hard for anybody to be able to get to it. So Hobbs still not able to get that second opportunity or that second point. Get this game tied as they would like. Taking too much time on the clock. And now back over to the Lady Knights. Here comes possibly another opportunity. 3-on-1 it seemed like. Hobbs didn't have the numbers on that one. Nice one. Was off of Trinity. Trinity Vasquez, who was able to get that back into play for the Hobbs Lady Eagles. Shot on goal, and that one is caught by the by the goalie. Kick back out. We're now under 10 minutes to go. Here comes another opportunity. As that was Richards. Kick to the left that time. And out of bounds once again. Another opportunity squandered by Lady Eagles. Out of bounds, back over to the Lady Knights. Eagles fans wanting to see another shot on goal go in for the Eagles. 2 in the first by the Lady Knights. 1 in the second. And that's where we stand 2-1 right now. One to beat, and here it comes, a possible goal shot. And there it is, just to the left. very nice opportunity, but was blocked by the goalie and did go sail out of bounds to the left of the goal. But that did go out of bounds on the goalie, so an opportunity for Hobbs again. As let's see who is over there kicking it real quickly, if I can. Yeah, that would be Addison Richards. Here we go. Nice kick in. Blocked, though, and out of bounds. So an opportunity once again for the Lady Eagles to get a quick score from the side kick. And here we go. This time around, it sails to the other side of the goal and goes out of bounds. Not touched by anybody, so it will be Lady Knights to inbound. That does squash that attempt for the Eagles. 7 remaining plus change. It goes out of bounds. Will be Lady Knights ball. Hobbs trying to get something going on that one, but just could not do it. 4-on-2 looked like. And bam, all just like that. An unexpected shot goes in. And that is now tied at 2-2. Let's see who did that. Looks like that was Mariah Jimenez. Mariah Jimenez looks like she was the one that got the second shot in for the Lady Eagles. And now we are at 2-2. We're tied now with 5:45 remaining. And it has changed the complexion of this. And now Lady Knights are on their horse trying to see if they can give this back to a lead again. That one was lost and goes out of bounds. So it doesn't take much to be able to get this change the complexion of the game with that score. It seemed like it was kicked out of nowhere. Back to the offense again. Looks like it'll be Hobbs. That didn't last very long. And a header off of that will take it back out and get it kicked out of bounds and into the stands. So on the other side of the field, back on the wrong side for the Hobbs Eagles. Right side for the Lady Knights, as that one is going to be brought in and kicked back out again. So on the sideline, looks like that is going to be Vasquez, the sophomore, who's going to be bringing it in for the Lady Knights. And now we have a corner kick for the Lady Knights. As far as I know, I remember that is the first one I remember seeing, and that is done by their leading scorer, Vasquez. There's the kick, headed off by Eagle. Looks like it's going to be, yes, indeed, out of bounds. Back to possession for Hobbs. No, actually, no. No, it did go off the Hobbs Eagle. So back to the other side. Try again. This wind is causing problems. Now it's going to be going back over to Hobbs. As it's going to be kicked by Marquez. Quickly back over to the Lady Knights. Let's have another possession or another try for goal. Hobbs still working to see if they can get that defense to stop it. As that one sails out of bounds. And again, possession will be for the Lady Knights. And on the short end of the field, a kick very, very high and over. And Hobbs will get the ball back, but with extra time now, so we may be going into overtime as we are now out of regulation time. Oh, here we go. Quick score will end this just about. 3 goals would do it. Oh, and a block. And, man, really wanting to get that in there. Hobbs unable to, though. It gets out. Goes back across the other side. Actually, it's in the 50. And it's a nail biter here. Let's see about that. Looks like a possible. Nope, just walking off. I thought there was an injury for a moment. But Richards looks like she is okay. For the Hobbs Eagles. Extra time now as we have run out of regulation. Tied at 2. And not sure exactly how much time is remaining on the clock yet. That one is going to sail out of bounds. Into the stands. And looks like we'll be end-bounded once again. And that is the end of regulation. We are into overtime now, as it is 2-2. So first round of playoffs, and it looked like it could be Lady Knights walking away with a victory with a 2-0. Then it was 2-1, and now we have a 2-2 game, and it looked like it was Addison Richards who had got that first goal, I believe. No, actually, it was Mariah Jimenez who got the first goal. Then Addison Richards. And either way, yeah, definitely got those 2 goals for the Hobbs Lady Eagles. Taking a break on this one. We'll be back in just a moment as we continue with this coverage of 2024 Girls Soccer State Championship Round 1, where the Oregon Mountain Lady Knights and your Lady Eagles are tied at 2-2. Of course, we're on the Hobbs Sports Network on HobbsAmerica.com. We're also on YouTube and Cool 95.7's Facebook page. Home crowd is going wild as we get back into this at Watson Memorial Stadium. I am Ron Gunter, and we are covering live action for the 2024 Girls Soccer 5A Championships Round 1, and this is seeing a tie game between the Lady Knights of Oregon Mountain and your Lady Eagles of Hobbs. 10 minutes is on the clock right now. As we get back into it. Overtime once again. And this is the team once again that Hobbs was able to dispatch earlier in the season, 2-0 off of 2 scored by Brianna. And Brianna's actually been injured. Not sure if she's been back yet or not. Didn't look like she was going to be back anytime soon after she was carted off and taken to the training area. Here we are, 2-2. Just when you thought the Lady Eagles were out, they got back into it again. Speaking of which, here they are again with an opportunity to score, just like they did in the last half. This time around, the goalie does fall upon it. Another risky kind of move, but she was surrounded by her teammates, so not as risky. Hobbs would love to get a win on this one. They've only had one victory in the last couple of years in the playoffs. Have not fared as well as they did. They had an 8-game winning streak coming into this game, and the Lady Knights had a 1-game losing streak, losing to a tough Mayfield team 4-0. But they did play well against Centennial and won that game 1-0. That one goes out of bounds. Hobbs once again black with white numbers. White and blue numbers for the Lady Knights. Low. Back to the Lady Eagles. And then unable to get it as it went out of bounds. That was Carly Riviera. That one's going to sail out of bounds as well. And back to Hobbs. As the goalie is able to kick that one out. Oh, that was for Lady Knights. That one sails out of bounds to the left, far to the left of the goal. Down to 6:45. So far, not very many opportunities from either side. As this one is going to be a corner kick. Brought in. And all the way across. And it is kicked out of bounds. So Lady Knights have another opportunity to be able to do something with it at their end. This is a throw in. Out of bounds once again. That would be off of Riviera for the Hobbs Eagles. So Knights once again. Kicked away by Hobbs. Back on offense, possibly, if they can continue moving it. Nope. Lady Knights cut that one off. Richards again. This time didn't quite kick it where she wanted it to. I don't believe. Looked like she was trying to go forward and it went back. Had a real nice spin on it. Didn't quite make it though as it went out of bounds. Off the foot, looked like of Trinity Vasquez. And here we go. Possible advantage Hobbs. 2 on 3. Oh, instead, Richards goes down, trying to get between two players. Didn't work. And that one is going to go close to 10, the 10-yard line, and be picked up by the Lady Knights goalie. .418 remaining plus change as we are still tied at 2. Oh, and it's close to the goal, but Hobbs gets it back. Just stopped by the Knights, Lady Knights, and back again are, here we are again, off the foot of a Lady Knight. Nope, it was off the foot of Hobbs Eagle. And will be thrown in. Quickly to back over to the other side, the wrong side for the Hobbs Eagles. But the Knights are playing well. And I have an opportunity right here to be able to kick one in. Nice attempt, but is stopped by Marquez. So just when you think that Hobbs has got a few extra opportunities, and definitely make the most of it. All the way on the other side of the field. Here we go. Nope, back over. Well, it was closer than I thought it was going to be. Caught by Marquez. Thought that was going to sail over the goal, but instead sails right into the hands of Marquez, and she kicks it back out again with a minute 50 remaining in overtime. And a quick run back. Opportunity lost as that one sails to the right of the goal. Hobbs has had their opportunities, just not able to capitalize as they want. Feels like karaoke. Follow the bouncing ball. Looks like it's be another kick for the Knights, Lady Knights. About the 33-yard line. Hobbs takes advantage, gets it back in. 2 on 3. Now 3-on-3. As that one goes out of bounds. That looked like it was off of Brooke Davis. But no, Hobbs will inbound the ball. And 2-on-1 as that one goes out of bounds. Again, Brooke in the area. Brooke Davis is the one that didn't touch it last, but was up there. Here goes another possible opportunity. Nope, instead, run in. And it looks like that is going to be another possible injury. Player down. And that looked, it was like a rough landing. And it could be Madeline Adam is possible. She is on the ground, rolling in pain. Trainers are out there now to check on her, make sure she's okay, as the cart is also out. Not a good sign. That would be the second player for Hobbs to go to the back to get examined. We already had the number one player, Brianna Baker, be carted off the field in the second half. And again, the senior, Brianna, I haven't seen her, but then again, it's hard to tell sometimes. But she's a sophomore. Adam is a sophomore. So hopefully she'll have plenty more opportunities to be able to play for the Hobbs Lady Eagles. She's still down on the ground right now. Going to take a break, be right back as we continue coverage. This game is tied. We're into overtime. We've got about, well, actually, I think we've got into extra point or extra time for the time in overtime. 2-2 is the score. Be back for more in just a moment. And it looks like we are having a little trouble with the left leg for Madeline Adam as she is put on the cart to be examined in the back. She doesn't appear to be in any pain, but she's definitely not being able to walk on her leg, on her left leg. So that's unfortunate. Didn't want to see anybody hurt on either side, and she will be missed as she's going to the back. But continue play is what we're going to have to do. Like I said, looks like we're into the extra minutes of this overtime, first overtime, as we are still tied 2-2. No score has happened in overtime yet, as it is number 12 Oregon Mountain Lady Knights facing your number 5 Hobbs Lady Eagles. Hobbs came in with a 17-2-1 record, tied one time. That was with Piedra Vista. And then the Lady Knights had a record of 12-8. 5-5 on district, while Hobbs had a perfect 6-0 record. But considerably, they had two teams at least that weren't very strong. In fact, it was Carlsbad and Clovis that did not finish very well in the season. Roswell didn't do much better, but at least they kind of challenged Hobbs a little bit. Here we are back to action as both teams have gotten back out on the field. Actually, I believe we are in double overtime because we got 10 minutes back on the clock. So, double overtime. Gonna play this until we get a winner. No ties in playoffs. Knights get the ball early. Able to control it. Before Eagles are able to disrupt that play. High and let it just sail outside and then go out of bounds. Hobbs will get the ball back to be able to inbound it, throw it in. Oh, right in the face. Ow, that's got to hurt. Had that happen before. Continue play, though. As the Lady Knights still have control of the ball so far in this second overtime. Now it sails out of bounds. Hobbs will inbound once again. The sting of it is what really gets you. It's not the hit, but afterwards the sting. For me, anyway. Setting up defense, getting it back to the offense possibly for your Eagles, Lady Eagles, as they do get it across, back over, and a somewhat of a kick. It is grabbed by the goalie and now kicked back into play. Actually, no, just out of bounds. So, bit of an opportunity wasted for the Lady Knights trying to get back into on the other side of the field. As Hobbs now has a opportunity. Nope. Instead, lose the ball. And that will go back over to the Lady Knights. Once again, we're in double overtime. Back to the Lady Eagles. It has been a back and forth affair. 2-0 was the score at the end of the first. End of the second saw the game, of course, tied, and now we're still tied at 2-2. Opportunity with a 2-on-1 shot as the Knights get it away from their goal. Oh, and I just got an update. An unfortunate one, but nevertheless. The season is over for the Eagles, as that score went 4-3. Gadsden did beat your Eagles to lose round one. So the defending champs will not be back defending their championship this season as they are out of the playoffs. The Eagles, though, still trying to fight hard to be able to get back, keep in the playoffs. Again, they haven't won a playoff game in a couple of years, and it's been about, in 5 years, they've only won one playoff game, so they're hoping to be able to do it again this time around. Oh, nice shot, but blocked, and it goes out of bounds. So Hobbs, again, still in control, able to possibly get this another shot opportunity. Oh, looks like Brianna is back good. So she is the one kicking right now. And there it is, kick. And just to the left of the goal. So she will get another opportunity, looks like. So once again, good news for fans of the Eagles, as Brianna is about to kick again. And it's going to be brought back out. There we are. Oh, again, another Eagle on the ground. Thought I saw that happen. I wasn't quite sure if she was tripped. But in any case, she is in pain. I'm hoping that is not Brianna, but I am not seeing Brianna anywhere else. So I'm afraid that is once again Brianna back on the ground again, injured. We have 5 minutes and 8 seconds in this second overtime. Yeah, she is definitely in pain. Yep, that is Brianna. Came out in the second half. Now she's limping off the field, so that's a good sign in a way. At least she's under her own power. So she may be back again. She's a tough kid. She also knows this is her last hurrah as far as being a senior, trying to get anything going for the team. She is the leading scorer. Action starts again as we get closer to the goal. And it's in! A goalie-free kick. As the goalie tried to get to it, left the net wide open. And that is the game. Couldn't see who it was. But nevertheless, Hobbs is able to pull away with that victory, 3-2 in double overtime. And that, once again, as they say, kids, is the game. Just after Brianna had gotten hurt. It actually looks like somebody else is hurt too. Could be the one that kicked the ball in there. It was real nice too. It was, like I said, wide open. Goldie tried to go for it. Missed the opportunity, and the ball was still in the area. Kicked in. And there is celebration going on for the Hobbs Eagles as they advance, and they're going to be playing next Volcano Vista, who is ranked at number 4. So number 5 is going to be facing number 4 next. And this game is 3-2 in the books off a wild kick and a wild ending. Just to remind you guys about what's coming up at least this weekend. I'm not sure exactly when the game is going to be, but I know that your Hobbs Eagles will be facing the Carlsbad Cavemen. Hobbs is coming in with a 5-4 record. They got a 3-game winning streak going on against the Carlsbad Cavemen. They'll be facing them in Carlsbad. That'll be at 6:45 for the pregame. 7 o'clock is going to be kickoff. We also have other games. Of course, Levington Wildcats still playing 5-4. As they face the 1-8 Santa Teresa Desert Warriors. In fact, it's been Levington has beat them both times they've faced them, so this will be game number 3. And it was just 22-23, and they've both been pretty much blowouts. So we're expecting to see that again, especially with the Warriors the Desert Warriors at 1-8. Also, Loving Falcons are going to be going to Eunice, and it's going to be another one of those Battle of the Birds. 6-3 Loving is going to be facing against 6-3 Eunice, and the Eunice Cardinals have a 15-game winning streak, including a forfeit that happened back. Well, it started back in the streak started in 2008, and there was a forfeit during that time period. Jow Panthers will be going to Texaco to face the undefeated Wolverines. Jow Panthers at 2-7, 8-0 are the Texaco Wolverines. And then Saturday, playoffs going to start for Tatum as they face a number 11 Duluth Hawks. And Duluth is ranked at 11. Tatum is at number 6. Duluth is at 5-4. Tatum is at 5-5. And the Tatum Coyotes have beat Duluth all 3 times. So game number 4, even though Tatum has been hit and miss, you never know. Because that's the reason why they play. Once again, your Hobbs Lady Eagles have defeated the Lady Knights 3-2 in double overtime. And, yeah, that was a nice one. Couldn't see who got that score finally, the final score. But I do know, once again, that it looked like it was Mariah Jimenez for one score and Addison Richards for the other one in the second half of this game. Kind of looked like it was Trinity Vasquez. Could have been also possibly Cambria Rutledge. Saw those players in the area. In any case, that is the game. Thank you very much for watching. I appreciate it once again. We thank all our sponsors who are at the bottom of the screen. Without those, you would not be able to see this free anyway. We definitely wouldn't be able to cover it for you as we do. My name is Ron Gunner. I appreciate it. For Tiff back at the station and for No Mark Broadcasting Networks, this is a great game. Once again, Hobbs is going to advance to play Volcano Vista next. We're going to have coverage for that game as well. Stay tuned, of course, on these stations on Cool 95.7 as well as the Facebook page on HobbsAmerica.com, definitely, and on YouTube. Have a good night.